Hello beautiful people, in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful gown in your screen here. It has a 360 flare above the new gorgeous V neckline and sleeve. Thanks for watching. Let's take few seconds to appreciate how lush this material is. It is a Duchess material, a cream Duchess material, so beautiful and lush. Let's get right into the video. This is an illustration of how the design is. The bust, waist, hip, nail. Then I came up 5 inches above my nail to measure my 360 flare and cut it. I have an already made basic bodice pattern which I have done that manipulation of it. That means this gown I won't be adding any dart to it. The video is on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and watch it to understand it better, or you can draft just your normal basic pattern. So for my nail, I came up 5 inches for my nail, so that is where I'm going to mark at the center of my gown. Then I will just curve it to my nail area like that. So I'll just go ahead to cut what I marked out down. So you can decide to extend your nail by 6 inches, by 7 inches, by it by 5 inches. It's depending on your choice. I went ahead to use the pattern to cut the fabric. Then I left 0.5 at the sides. I just used to cut the fabric. Then for the neck part, I wanted a V neckline, so I'll be coming down by 6 inches at the center front. Then I'll just go ahead to mark it down. Then I cut. So this is how the front bodice is looking. For the back bodice also, I already have a pattern for my back bodice, so I'll just go ahead to follow the pattern and cut it out. Then also leave 0.5 at the sides of the back part also. The dart at the back also has been manipulated, so I won't be stitching that directly on it. So it's better you go and watch the video on my YouTube channel to understand how to manipulate darts without having to stitch that directly on your fabric. Yeah, I went ahead to close the back side so that I can shape the back and front together. So I'll just go ahead to shape it. My full height is 56, and here we have what I've trimmed it to 37. So 56 minus 37 is 6 minus 37. We have 19 left. So I'm going to cut a flare of 19 inches. Let's cut. To cut our flare, we need to measure the round circumference of our new measurements. So that's what I'm measuring here. I'll just go ahead to measure it round 37. I'm going to fold my fabric. After folding my fabric into 4, I'm going to take the radius of the flare, which is 5.8. Then the length of the flare, I'll be using 19. Then I'm going to show you how I got my calculation for my flare. This is the calculation. My full length 56. So my shoulder to above knee length 39. So 56 minus 39 will give 17. So that is the length remaining for the under part of this, for the flare. So that is the length of our flare. So our flare would be 17 inches. So to calculate our 360 flare, the formula is 360 is equals to 2 pi r square. So you make r the subject of the formula. So r square will be 360 degree over 2 pi, and 2 pi is the same thing as 6.28, and that is so this 360 is our, let me show you something. From here to here is 56. From here to here is 39. So the remaining part from here to here is what? 17. So the full length minus the shoulder to above knee length will give us the 17 of this one remaining. So to get the 360 flare of this nail part, I would measure this part. I'll carry my tape and measure this part to get it. So after I carry my tape together, I got the circle part here was 37. So I took my measurement and measured round it to the back. So it's 37. So now calculating my flare. So this 360 is the 37. So it should be like, so will now be, our radius will be this 360, that is the 37 over 6.28, so we got 5.8. so this 5.8 is what I measured here. So the 5.8 is what I measured in this part here. I took my tape to measure 5.8. Then the remaining 7 inches, I instead it to 19 inches because I just want it to be flowing a little bit. I know that there's hemming allowance and sewing allowance there. So from here to here is 19. From here to here is 5. So this is the calculation on how I got the flay. Is 360 is equal to 2 pi r square. So the r square is equal to 360 2 pi, and 2 pi is 6.28. So, and this our 360 is the measurement of the round part that we cut here above the round, the measurement to the back. So I've already measured it. That's what gave us 37. So this 37, so this 37 will be here on top of the 360 because this is what we want to use over the 6.28. Then we get our 5.8. I hope you understand. So that's the calculation. Now I'll just go ahead to cut it. This is me attaching it to the down part, so I'm just trying to show you how it looks like. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine, then I'll just sew on it. Then I also went ahead to attach the zip to the back part of the gown. I also went ahead to hem the downside of the flay. I joined the shoulder and interfaced the neckline off camera. Since it is my clothes, I just decided to check the fitting. So I actually went ahead to cut a sleeve length of 22. My sleeve length is 21, but I decided to add 1 inch because I wanted the sleeve to have a V shape. So I came down by 2.5. Then I'm just going to roll to the edge of the sleeve or to the tip. Then I just chalked it, then I cut it to form a V shape. I also do the same thing for the other side also. Come down by 2.5, then shape it to have a V shape. So this is the tip of the sleeve, so I'll just go ahead to turn it with a fabric. There are different ways of turning the tip of your sleeve, but I just decided to use this way. So I'll just turn it, then I'll be attaching the sleeve to my main body of the dress. Then after which I'll take it to the iron, then I'm going to iron it and use hemming gun to fuse it down. So I'm done attaching the sleeve to it. I use for the other sleeve too. I also beaded this dress, but I did not make the beading video of this dress because of the beading style is already up on this channel, so you can go ahead to check it out. The dress really looked beautiful on me. I wore it to Eid. I received a lot of compliments. Thanks for watching to the end. Bye.